Hey guys, it's been 4 weeks since my last video. A lot has gone on since then. I actually did post a video 3 weeks ago, but took it down right away um, for personal reasons, which I will get into maybe this video, or I may forget about it and just not get into it at all. Um, that being said, I am 4.5 months on testosterone. Last time I did a video, I had red hair. Shortly after that video, I came to visit my partner who lives in Iowa. And I did where the red was, I did green. I ended up liking it a whole lot more than I thought I would, so I did the whole thing, as you can see. Um, a lot has happened in the 4 weeks since my last update video. Um, I am getting married. That is happening. That is a thing. I moved fairly quick to Iowa shortly after the engagement. So I'm actually in Iowa. This is my new home. The background is going to be different. We have flags along the wall, kind of like of what we identify as. I have my trans flag, which I gotta fix. We're both pansexual, so we have that flag. They actually are non-binary, but when they went to Pride, they couldn't find a non-binary flag, so got a genderqueer flag. I don't know what that means exactly, but we have it. We also have a non-binary flag for them. My partner's name is Kai. We both met on TikTok, and yeah. I'm guessing like a lot of people are just like, you guys haven't been dating long. How'd you guys get engaged so quickly? That I think is a conversation I will save for another time. I'm just doing this as a quick update because my partner did actually mentioned yesterday that I haven't done an update video in a while and wanted to know what was going on, even though I live with them and tell them everything. So, I don't know why they care that I haven't done a video, but here's my video. I'm sure you're watching it. So I've been doing a lot of TikTok. My username on here is the same as it is on TikTok. And yeah, so I was doing some today, and so my hands are actually kind of stained with fake blood because of some of the videos I did. And that's a thing. What else? Besides coloring my hair. Oh, I think in the last video I mentioned about doing binding with tape. Since I would have a person to help me, I figured it'd be a lot easier to do, and I was right. It actually did become a lot easier, and I felt more comfortable. The problem was I actually sweat a whole lot more, so a whole lot more than I actually used to, so the tape was coming off pretty quick. It lasted maybe a day and a half, even though like the thing says it can last up to a couple days. It's water resistant, but I don't think it's sweat resistant, so I would wear my binder a lot of the time, but the acne on my back has been getting so bad that I am taking a break from that just for that, because I don't want it to get progressively worse. But I also don't like not wearing it or wearing the tape. So when I start work, some days I will probably be wearing tape instead of, my binder. And when I say tape, I mean trans tape. There is tape made for people to do that sort of thing, or K-tape or T-tape, or I forgot what it's called. K-tape, I don't know. But it's tape that is actually meant for helping to bind, or just like whatever. And I actually like that a whole lot better. It makes me feel like better about myself. So wearing a binder actually does kind of suck though, because like everything moves because you're sweating, you're constantly moving, and yeah. So but tape is actually super, super expensive, so I can't use it as often as I'd like, because right now I don't have a whole lot of money because of moving and not having a job since moving. I did end up getting a job, so I mean, it's still going to be pretty hard to like get tape every so often, as much as I would like to use it more often. Plus, it tears my skin a lot, so I probably really shouldn't be using it that much. But I guess I'll use it mostly when I like want to be able to take off my shirt, like at the beach or something. Which beach season's over, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's a thing. If you hear meowing, that's because Kai had a cat when we started dating, or shortly after we started dating. That's a whole story on its own. It's fairly quick though. So their neighbor, don't do it. No, I said no. Come here. She's trying to jump. We have a mini fridge in the room. She's trying to jump on it. Anyway, my partner, their neighbor, was moving, and their housing where they're going to be living does not allow pets. So they asked them to take this one, her name's Shiloh, to take her. They of course said yes. There's a couple TikToks with me loving on the cat, even though like she's a pain in the ass. She did pee on her laundry one day. I was so mad. But it's nice having a cat again. I miss having a cat. So she just wants attention. So that's that. I can't think of anything else to update. Oh, actually I do. So, I did that for a little while. People still mistaken me as a girl, which is fine. You know, I looked pretty feminine for quite a while. I actually don't know when that started to change naturally without people actually sitting there correcting the other person, because I did have like friends or even my partner say like he when we're with groups of people, and after a while like people started naturally calling me a guy, and I didn't notice it at first because I'm thinking in my head, oh, my partner said something, like that's how they knew. But it started happening more and more when I was by myself. And that's because the hair on my face is actually starting to get more noticeable. And I can play with it now. I have a bald spot like right here. Like right here. But you can see the hair starting to grow in. And my mustache is becoming more noticeable. So I'm super excited that I am now, like, I don't have to correct people as often, because now I am now getting mistaken for a guy, which makes me feel a lot better about myself. And a lot of the time that it is happening, I'm not wearing my binder. I'm kind of just like this, or in sweats, just running to the store, coming back. Like, I am not dressed up. I'm not, like, I just look like a bum. Flat out bum. And people are still like, he needs this, or he needs that. And I'm just like, yeah. You got it. So I'm really excited about that. But when I have gone to the doctor, and I did wear a binder to the doctor, or I didn't wear a binder, but I did wear a sweater where it kind of like hid, and I did look masculine, obviously, in that situation. But because I have to put my legal name, because I haven't changed my legal name that actually cost a whole lot. They said my dead name, and I had people, like, pick up their head to see who's in the room, because it's just a room full of guys. And I, like, didn't want to stand up, but obviously I had to, so I stood up, and they're looking like, what the... So I'm just like, yeah, I don't really want to do this, but I'm just gonna run back there. So I would walk back really fast so people weren't staring at me. And on the paperwork that I filled out, like, I did put preferred name Sam, and when the nurse came in, I told them, like, I'd prefer to just flat out be Sam. Just don't say my whole name, that's fine, I don't care. And then they asked, like, my pronouns. I'm like, he, him, and they kind of, like, it was a Christian place, so I kind of got stared at funny. But I think that's just because, like, more and more, like, as this is, like, time is progressing, people are, like, trans people are becoming more and more of a thing that is more pronounced than I think it used to be. Or I was just flat out ignorant like everybody else. Didn't know trans was actually a thing. That's a whole story, which I will eventually get into. I don't really want to do that right now, because that would take a lot more time than I actually have, because I have to get ready for work. I think I will do that video when I do my next shot. I don't give myself my shots anymore. My partner likes doing it, so I just let them do it. So I just lay there and they just poke, and then I'm like, alright, are you done? Yeah, okay. And then I would just flip over and just play on my phone. Stop! You little butt. That's not for you to play with. My birthday did pass. I think I mentioned that, but I also redid this video because the first time I didn't know actually how long was my last video and what I looked like. So I don't know if I mentioned that, but I am 26 years old now. 4.5 months on T. And I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine on Snapchat, and they're just like, because I did a video, you know, goofing around, like singing and whatever, you know, being goofy and singing. And the guy's like, how long have you been on testosterone? I was like, oh, you know, so-and-so weeks. And he's just like, I've been on it a year, and my voice is barely, like, getting that deep, and I barely have peach fuzz. I'm like, I think it just mostly has to do with your genes, like, your family. The men in my family are fairly hairy, so that's the only reason I look and sound this way. Kind of as this is going, like, growing up, I had a younger brother, and this kind of reminds me of when he started growing facial hair, so I feel like I'm gonna be on the same path as he was, and so this is gonna be kind of entertaining to kind of see how this turns out, whether I'll look a lot like he did, or I'm gonna look like a completely different person from him. If I can find a picture of him, I can do a side-by-side, and you guys can see what I mean. When I actually start to look more like that with the that'll be coming in the upcoming months. So right now, this is all you get. I also don't know if he would be, like, okay with me posting that kind of thing, so I do have to get permission from him, and, like, yeah. So, all in all, fairly good time and stuff. I'm trying to do something on my TV, because I have another project I want to do, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because my internet's not really working. That might be saved for another day, so this might be the only video I post for today. Maybe, we'll see. If you do see this video and another one, it worked. If not, you will see my project video either next week or this weekend. So, that's that. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good weekend. For those that don't know the name I chose, if it's not clear, it's Samuel. I go by Samuel Dean. Not the Dean part. I do like Dean. Yes, it is a supernatural thing. So, I do have the tattoo. I have the necklace thing. That happened. I also kept Sam kind of close to my dead name just to make it easier for my family and friends because they have known me so long as so I just kept, and I also like Sam, so it worked out that way, I guess. That, I don't know if I talked about that at all in previous videos. I will have to go through that. If I did, then you guys know. If not, I will do maybe an explanation on how I came up with the name. That's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later. If you see me, give me a big old hug as a makeup thing for my birthday. But if you want to give me a hug anyway, like, I'll totally accept it. I love hugs, so see you later.